Lifelong Republicans, I want to ask you how committed you are to that R beside the candidate's name. Are you more committed to that R than you are to your human rights or to the human rights of others? More dedicated to that R than having access to healthcare? So loyal to the Republican name that you're willing to give up your Social Security and Medicare? More devoted to voting Republican than you are to a functioning government or to an international world order? Is your passion for that R so strong that you choose dictatorship over democracy as the leading movement around the world? Does voting Republican mean more to you than a functioning rule of law? Because that's what's on the line here. If you vote Republican without understanding what the Republican Party has become, then you will send us down a rabbit hole from which few of us will ever return. There is simply too much on the line to just do what you've always done. This is not your father's Republican Party. This party has nothing to do with small government or low taxes unless you happen to be a billionaire or a corporation. This is an anti-union, anti-worker, anti-woman, anti-democratic, environmentally destructive white Christian nationalist party led by a criminal leader who has told us out loud he wants to be a dictator. His own vice president, the man of faith who legitimized this womanizing thrice-divorced con man for Christian voters and worked most closely with him in office, refuses to endorse him. The assistant to his chief of staff calls him a danger to our country. His former White House communications director says a second Trump presidency could be the end of democracy as we know it. The highest-ranking military officer who worked under Trump says he is a tyrant and that our troops didn't risk their lives to watch the great experiment in democracy perish under his leadership. Trump has told us directly the Republican Party has no room for McCain Republicans, no room for Romney Republicans, and that if you voted for another candidate in the primary, he doesn't want you. Everyone from Liz Cheney to Paul Ryan have left. There is no room left in this party for anyone but sycophants who will allow Donald Trump to function above the law and rule us all without guardrails or morality. So I'm going to ask you again, how committed are you to that R? Because the Republican House is clearly useless and unable to govern. The Republican Senate are nothing but obstructionists, and the state Republicans are systematically stripping our rights from us every single day. A vote for a Republican today is a vote against America, against everything America is supposed to stand for. So you don't need to feel bad if you refuse to support them. You wouldn't be leaving the Republican Party. They left you. Conservatism isn't dead. The Republican Party is. And we need to defeat them soundly at the ballot box so we can get back to something resembling normal. We can fight about policy later. Right now, it's about saving our country. So don't vote big R for Republican. Vote little d for democracy.